Right, lads, welcome back to Ben Does FM. The last time we played Bristol City was in the playoffs. They gave us an absolute hiding. Let's see if we can get some revenge. So, fellas, a very short episode for you today. As I said, the last time we played Bristol City, they gave us an absolute spanking in the playoffs. I wanted to do just a quick episode on seeing if we can get some revenge on them. And in this second season, it's our first main test. We've just drawn to Sheffield United. We probably should have beat them. Same old story. But as I say, Bristol City are in third. We're in second. So it's an early season promotion clash. And I thought it'd be a good one just to do a quick episode on. As ever, if you're new around here, please give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Share the channel with anyone that loves Football Manager or Millwall. And let's get straight into this episode. Before we actually get into the game against Bristol City, a couple of quick updates. I know I did a bit of a roundup towards the end of the summer transfer window, looked at some players who were getting in and out. A couple fell through for work permit reasons. I'd mentioned previously that we'd had a couple more fail because of work permit reasons. It wasn't even in my mind. So we had more players that we were trying to sign. They failed their work permits and wouldn't sign for us. We did manage to get a couple more players in, though, towards the end of the transfer window. So we brought in Simon Butic from Rekova, 250k, one for the future. He's 18. He looks like he could be quite useful for us moving forwards. We are going to train him to play in the attacking midfield position and as a support striker. He's got unbelievable dribbling and finishing. His composure needs some work, but he's definitely a good passer of the ball and he's agile. He's 6'2" as well to add to that. So he's a natural on both wings, but I think because he's not massively quick, we're going to put him in there as a shadow striker. His off the balls are pretty decent and he's got some nice flair. So I think he can come in, retrain as a shadow striker and be very useful for us. We also got our long-term target of Moreno Zivkovic from Dinamo Zagreb. I spoke about him in a previous episode. As you can see here, good championship level player, potential to beat Premier League standard. He has come in and he played against Sheffield United. He didn't have the best of games, but he is new to the league. He's new to the country. I'm going to forgive him that first performance. Signed for 2.5 million, might rise to 2.8. His value's already gone up. So he's going to be someone we're going to try and get as much game time as possible to get that potential up. We've got a long-term injury to show you as well. Unfortunately, Mihailo Ivanovic has just broke his ankle. He did it in training as well, which is quite frustrating. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 months. That's going to put pressure on Josh Coburn to score and do most of that donkey work. I also said that we were retraining Perez Tica to play wide left. He's probably going to have to play up front now. So Coburn is going to do most of the central striker work, but Perez Tica is going to be filling in that position. We also might have to look at bringing back potentially Jayden Dans from his loan spell just for a bit of cover. He's already progressing quite nicely, as you can see here, in terms of his progression. I think he's doing all right at Sutton, where he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. But we might have to bring Jayden Dans back just for a bit of cover, as I said. That's a little bit of an update for you. As I said, just wanted to do this video because it is potentially a revenge video. We want to get back on track against Bristol City. We're unbeaten to start the season. They are in third. A early season promotion game, as I said. So let's get into the game against Bristol City. It's time for squad selection against Bristol City. I'm really hoping we can put in a much improved performance against Bristol City. We got battered in the playoffs last year, really burst our bubble in terms of how well this formation had been going and how well we'd finished the back end of season 1. Yeah, I want to make sure we put in a much better performance here. I think we are really well stocked now at centre-back as well. I was thinking about that as I was selecting the team there. Jaff is still wanted by Brianza in Italy. Want to see how that pans out. He is out of contract in the summer. If I get anywhere near that offer in January, I think we're probably going to have to take it, even if we are in a playoff or, sorry, a promotion fight. So we might have to cash in on Jaff. We'll see how that one plays out, as I said. Anyway, team to face Bristol City. Emil Kraft is going to come in at right back. Billy Mitchell didn't play very well in the last game, so we're going to bring in Ollison in the holding midfield role. Bradarich is going to play at left wing back. We are going to play Mazilu wide right. Luke Cundle in the support in the shadow striker position, and Gautier wide left, and Josh Coburn up front. So that is the starting 11 to face Bristol City. Just make sure we are all set on the bench. Going to take Souček out. I want to try and basically force him out of the club. That's the plan anyway. Actually, I'm lying here. We're going to change Gautier and we're going to play Negley from the start. Let's go with that. That's going to be the team to face Bristol City. So can we get revenge against the Robins? As I said, I'm really keen to put in a much better performance here. We did ourselves no justice, and it looks like Bristol City are going to have the first attack of the game, and we've nearly stuck that in our own net after 21 seconds, which would have been horrendous, and Knight has then nearly stuck it in the top corner. So some 30 seconds there for Bristol City. We have not started well at all. First highlight here for the Lions, and it is a corner. Negley's going to knock it into Coops at the back post. I think that's a good chance. I think he's going to be disappointed with that. I'm disappointed with Coops there. I expected more from that. Bristol City with a throw in deep in our half. They've got it in the box. What has Matty Sarkic done there? He's come and tried to claim it and completely messed it up. And Bristol City, how they haven't scored there, I do not know. So then, fellas, pretty uneventful first half comes to an end, certainly from a Millwall perspective. Bristol City started like a house on fire. Probably should have been 1-0 up after about 20 seconds, but it's 0-0, and we have not been good in that first half. Corner if the Lions. Cundle's going to whip it in. Coops at the back post. 1-0 Millwall. Is this going to be the game we get revenge against Bristol City? As I said at half-time, we've really not been good. A great ball in the box. Coops at the back post. That's what I expect him to do most of the time with his jumping reach and his heading on this game. But we take the lead. Tango's going to pick that up. Gautier picks it up then. And Kraft is going to try and put Ott in. We've nicked it again. Luke Cundle's in here. He just took forever to shoot there. I don't know what he's done. I don't know why he hasn't hit it after the first touch in the box. But anyway, corner. See if we can do something from this. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to. See if Nagy gets it back in the box. He doesn't. End of the highlight. Bristol City throw again. Deep in our half. We've managed to nick it. Worries me this. Anyway, Matty Sarkic has pumped it long to Coburn. We haven't won the header. Can we nick it half the pitch? We can't. It looks like it's going to be a Bristol City attack. And they're in behind, and it's 1-1. And how easy was that? They've made 2 passes and got in behind us. That is really poor from us. We didn't win the header half the pitch. Coburn didn't. And then Bristol City have made 3 passes here, and they're in on goal. Sykes has played a great ball in the box. Malulu, who is that? That's Coops, I think. It is Coops. He's lost his man. And after putting us in front, he has probably cost us that goal. I think it's time to make some changes. So 20 minutes left. Went away and made 4 changes there. We are a bit light now with injuries. I don't know how this has happened. But yeah, we are a little bit light now. So 10 minutes left. See if the changes can make any difference here. Let's give the guys some encouragement. We have nicked it. Ollison's got it hard at the pitch. Gautier picked it up. We can get this in a box. Oh, we just shot from range. Nothing's happened there. And that, fellas, brings us to the end of 90 minutes against Bristol City at Ashton Gate. Nothing doing, really. We had the better chances. The higher XG. Our shooting, again, was poor in terms of ratio from shots to on target. A couple of players had some bad games. Negley didn't play well. Josh Coburn didn't play well. But we will take a point. I think that means, yeah, Crystal Palace are now top of the table, 3 points ahead of us, but we still stay in second with that point. And it does mean we are still unbeaten. So Not exactly revenge on the Robins, but it's an improvement.